Hello, and welcome to this video, your morning intention setting and reading so that you really start your day in a more intentional way. And you notice that you are the one that gets to kind of let things happen in your terms instead of letting everything else come at you and just reacting and then realizing, oh my God, I'm not even really living my life. I'm just reacting to everybody else's life because that's what most people do. Okay, so today we are talking about the card that I pulled about is the Four of Pentacles. And while I'm watching, I'm just noticing my bags. My allergies. Does anybody else have allergies? Because oh my God, are my allergies ever bothering me? And I think that's what so many bags are for. My eyes are so itchy and red by the end of the night. Okay, Four of Pentacles. Let's look and see what it says. Now we know the Pentacles card stands for money, material possessions, wealth, things like that. But the Four of Pentacles actually kind of stands for when you're kind of worried about losing it, right? It's like, oh, holding on or feeling you don't have enough. And we don't want to think that way. And the little affirmation that goes with this card is, I live an abundant life and I have more than I need. Because this card again symbolizes kind of like holding on so tight because you don't feel like there's more available to you and that it's scarcity and living in lack. And this is something that I have struggled with my whole life. I've always been supported, always, but I mean, it's almost that feeling of never enough, right? Never enough. And of course, that comes from programming from our parents, from our grandparents, from society. And especially if you were growing up in the 60s and 70s, right? Our parents grew up in the Depression or just the World Wars. And so they didn't have enough. Things were taken from them. So of course, we women 50 plus have that still in us. And it is really hard. I don't want to say hard. That's true. Shouldn't say that. These are things we are working on overcoming is now with, the more realization of how the universe really works, the law of attraction, the laws of the universe is that there is more than enough. And if you are somebody who believes there's not enough money in the world to go around, there's more millionaires and billionaires than there ever has been, ever in the history of the world, ever. And there's more younger ones and more female ones that are very, very wealthy. So it's just the distribution of wealth is off, right? So it's not bad to have money because if you have lots of money, you can actually donate it, share it, give to people who really need it. You can redistribute your wealth. And that's what we need more of in the world is people who are willing to use their money to help others as well as support themselves in a really abundant way. That's my rant. These are things I've been working on, right? Okay, so it talks about you're building your life coin by coin. You've reached a moment of stability. So when you reach this moment of stability, it's like we tend to want to just say, I'm good enough. I don't need any more. Because that's kind of the way we've been raised or taught. It's selfish to want more. Me wanting more takes away other people having more. And again, I want to stress, every person gets to go after whatever they want. So if they want more wealth in their life, they get more wealth in their life. They get to grow more wealth in their life. They get to work through the law of attraction, let's say, because I buy lottery tickets and I'm somebody who believes, yes, I absolutely can win huge. I've won good amounts of money in the lottery by far, for sure. But I'm somebody who believes, yes, I can win millions of dollars. Absolutely. There's millions of dollars every week to win, millions of dollars every week to win. I mean, oh my God, how abundant is that? So it's our belief that makes things right. And so when we believe, and I take a look at all the abundance around me and all the wealth and all the money that is everywhere in this world, no matter how you judge it and don't judge it is wrong, right? It's just, it is there. It is a fact. There's no right or wrong. We choose it to be right or wrong. So it may not be the best distribution, right? There's better things that some people could do with their money, but let's not judge them. Let's work on ourselves. So always bringing it back to yourself. Always. And there's more opportunities to make money than ever before. And I think so many people think that they are limited in that sense. And they are limited in, my job only has this. Well, then there's lots of multi-level marketing companies. There's lots of jobs you can do online in the evenings. There is more ways than ever before in the whole history of making money. So We are the ones who limit ourselves. And when you say, I don't want to do that, that is something I'd never do, well, then you are limiting yourself. No one else is to blame. The government's not to blame. Your job's not to blame, right? We get to find something that will work for us, right? And you can do a few things, not just one thing. So anyways, that's my rant about that. But remember, there's always abundance out there. It's available to you. Work on changing your belief around it, how you think about money. See the abundance all around you. And even if you don't want to focus on money, you can focus on all the abundant leaves, all the abundant blades of grass, rocks, stones, right? Birds out there, whatever. When you're out in nature, especially, you see the true abundance of this earth, the true abundance of this earth. If you're in a big city, you're like, wow, look at the abundance of apartments, look at the abundance of buildings, look at the abundance of cars, right? So then we notice, wow, there is so much abundance around us. And you want to focus on, again, more focus on what you desire than what you don't. And this is a really good thing we're talking about in the reading today from the book, Parallel Universes of Self, which is seriously one of the best books I've ever read. And I'm still reading it. I kind of go back and forth and it's so big. But anyways, today, the verse that I've been going over, not the verse, the concept. When we think of the law of manifestation, it's like, I'm calling something to me. I'm getting something to me. That means I don't have it. I don't have it. So we are still in the awareness of not having it. And that awareness of I don't have it keeps you in I don't have it. It's a big concept. How do you get out of that if you don't have it? Now, if anybody's followed law of attraction, and I'll listen to a lot of people, you know that you come from the feeling of already having it. So it's, this book talks about like multiple timelines, so parallel universes. So we are living, I'm in another timeline also, living a fully, completely abundant, very rich life, traveling all over the world, or maybe living in Mexico full time, who knows, right? So we have all these timelines, so we can shift back and forth. We choose our reality by what I'm choosing now. This person, this fragment of my soul is living this reality, but I'm the one who's limiting myself, right? God, source, universe never limits. So because I see what I don't have yet, because I notice, because I grew up that way. I grew up focusing always on what I didn't have and what I didn't like. That's just the way I was. So rewiring and changing that now to continually look at what abundance is around me and how I have abundance in my life, which has actually allowed me to have a lot of abundance in my life because I've changed that over the years and I'm fully and completely supported by the universe now. That's my belief. I don't have a belief that I won't be supported. I don't have a belief that in my elderly years, I don't have that belief. It's not going to happen. I love my hair today, wind blowing. So in the reality creation, that's what he calls this reality creation technique. To make something happen, you are presupposing that it hasn't happened yet. Makes sense. So when you're visualizing, when you're affirming, saying affirmations, you are telling God, source, universe, I don't have it, but I want it to happen. But to experience it happening right now is what we need to do, is get into the feeling of having it now. You know what? I get it. I've heard this a million times too, and it is irritating. But when it is the law, this is the way things work. We got to be more open to it, right? Using it as a means to some end presupposes that we have to make something appear, which presupposes that we believe it's not here yet. The word already is therefore one of the most important words in reality creation. If you want resources, notice, appreciate, and use resources you already have, right? Like what I was talking about. I already see the abundance that I have in my life now. Like if you're looking for love, right? I already see and appreciate all the love that is in my life now. If you want spiritual adventure, notice the spiritual adventure and knowledge about it you already have. All of these things. So it's like noticing what you have and still asking for more. I'm so happy and grateful for what I have in my life. I have so much abundance and I'd love to have more. I'm open to having more. This is fantastic. More is always available to me, right? Magic happens every day in my life. Abundance is flowing in my life every day, all the time, consistently. And I know that can seem, but you notice how you think about that and your feelings around it. If you're like, that's bullshit, I don't believe in that, then you have a lot of beliefs that it's not possible. And that's what's keeping it away from you and what's keeping you, and you're just staying in the belief that it's not possible. But yet there are thousands of people out there who believe it is truly possible, who are living an amazing, abundant life because they've changed how they think about things and changed their beliefs. They just have. And it's worked for them. So when we go, why hasn't it worked for me? Just because those beliefs have not changed yet. That's all, yet. And it's kind of like planting a seed. I think I've said this in another video. You plant a seed to a flower, a plant. You don't dig it up in a week saying, well, this freaking thing isn't going to work. This must be a dead seed, because it hasn't sprouted yet. It's just a week is not long enough. The soil conditions may not be right. Maybe there wasn't enough rain. Maybe there wasn't whatever, right? Like within you, there's so many reasons why you may not have what you want yet, but we don't want to start focusing on the reasons. We want to continually hold the faith, work on changing our beliefs, our belief in ourselves, trusting God's source universe, right? Believe in ourselves, working towards taking whatever actions you need to take too. If you want more money, start looking maybe in your job, if there's anything you can do, or outside of it, maybe for another position, another career, or something you can do online. Something I just saw a job I'm part of this Facebook group that was data processing and putting data in your computer, and you could work Saturday, Sunday evenings, or you could work Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 11:30 every day. And it told you the amount of money you would make. So there's things like that. And that is just typing things, entering data into something, a spreadsheet or something. So there's always things you can do to make more money, right? You are the one who holds yourself back. There are a million multi-level marketing companies out there with really good products. I'm part of one, but I know I don't talk about a lot. It's for gut health and mental health. That are fantastic, that I could be promoting way more than I am, right? To make money. It's just, we decide how we want to do it and what we want to focus on and what will be our avenue of making some money, right? I get it though. But anyways, let's start to make these changes. Look during the day. Where is my focus most of the day? And today I want you to walk around and notice all the abundance you see, all the abundance you see, all the abundance you see, because it's everywhere. And be grateful for what you have. All right, so much love to you, and see you in the next video. Make sure to like, subscribe, share this video if you want, and let me know what you're thinking of them. Bye.